Hey, thank you
Nobody
for
wins without
here.
appearances on The View. I'm
That's
just
why
saying.
I started here. February 1st.
Right,
It's good to be
that's
yeah.
Well, I want to start with a hot topic
Yes.
that we haven't gotten to yet here at the table. The New York Times pointed out yesterday that when this Democratic primary started, it was the most racially diverse in history. Yet now the top-tier candidates are all men and all white.
Well, Elizabeth Warren is...
No, Elizabeth Warren is not a
The
man.
top three. The top three.
She's
top three.
she's
That's what
she's polling one.
I'm just citing the New York Times.
But you know, I get my head
Okay.
to the polls.
That's why I don't cite
still-
them.
So let's
That's what they're
let's
saying.
be clear on one thing. The leader in the polls
Oh,
this
and
far out...
three are men.
Yes.
Yeah.
The leader in the polls this far out in the Democratic Party has never in our lifetime ever gone on to be president. They've always been, think Jimmy Carter polling at 1% right now, Bill Clinton polling at 4%. This dude that married a woman named Michelle, he was about 15, 20 points behind Hillary. It's always, we've always elected young, dynamic, unifying candidates that actually emerged late. They peak late. Even John Kerry was polling at 4% and then went on to win the Iowa caucuses.
See, I've been saying that it's too soon.
Yes.
And you agree?
I agree with the exception of one thing, to be very blunt. This is a different kind of election where there's so many of us in there, so it's diluting everything, sucking a lot of the resources. So campaigns like mine, the biggest challenge we have. In fact, in Iowa right now, which is a caucus state that I know Megan understands this because it's all about organizing on the ground, the caucuses, about 250,000 people. We've got, me and Elizabeth Warren lead the whole pack in endorsements of local elected officials. Iowa starting line, Des Moines Register has said last month, said over the time of this election that we have the two best teams on the ground, but everybody else is hiring up. Our big issue right now is keep getting enough money to stay in. So we're pushing everybody to CoryBooker.com that can, because this election is going to be determined on the ground, organizing. It's not going to be determined by the polls this far out.
I'm not a poll person.
Yeah,
I don't listen to them at all. But
the diversity
it's also going to depend on the people.
Yes.
It's really about the people, because polls don't mean jack. Nothing means anything without y'all getting in
Gotta vote.
the polling and into the voting booth.
But let me be clear, because the part of that article I found really interesting is the diversity issue.
Exactly.
You know, we lost Wisconsin, I think, by 7 to 11,000 votes.
Right.
In Milwaukee alone, there were about 70,000 less African Americans that came out to vote in 2016.
Yes, they weren't energized.
If we don't have a candidate that can excite and energize the full breadth of our party, if we don't have somebody that can unify the Democratic Party, because we have divisions amongst Democrats, but African American voters in particular, the biggest voting bloc, the most loyal voting bloc in the Democratic is black women.
Yes.
And so if we don't have a candidate that can inspire and ignite, there's a lot of black women in the audience here, that can inspire and unite record turnouts, a movement election, we're not going to beat Donald Trump.
Which brings me